I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you could stay.
Give 'em a wave, Pops, now that you've invited 'em in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing Sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while.
As last time, we're going to add another mod to our gameplay. The one we're going to add today is Build Info. We selected Build Vision last time, and that gave us a big benefit. We saw that. Now we're going to put in Build Info, and this is going to give us additional information about blocks. We're going to use that right off the bat. All right. Last time when we were here, we got started on building a miner, and we quickly went to Spotsy's end of the video option here, which was to add a second drill. And we put this block in between so that it's going through the ports on the side here. Pick it up from the drills, put it into the cargo container, and then out through to our system. It's going to work great. The only thing we don't know is how close we should have those drill heads. Now, they're right now spaced right where they're at. There's a potential that they're overlapping each other, and maybe they don't need to be quite so close. There may be benefit to separating them a little bit, but how would we know? Well, we got this tool called Build Info, and if you look at the top left of my screen, it says Specialized Overlay Available Control Plus to Cycle. And that's from Build Vision. If I hold Control and hit plus, now we can see the areas in which the drill has effect. So if you look at the red number, that's the carving radius. That's when you use the right click to tunnel through. The mining radius is in the green, and we can see that overlaps significantly this other drill. I mean, it drills right into that other drill a ways. And then on the middle, the gray area, I can't remember what that is. Now I'm trying to find, there's some words there somewhere that tell us, but anyway, the gray section there is another measurement for it. So anyway, we could separate these. So I'm actually going to, let's get rid of this on the screen. Oh, let me show you this. If I hold Control and hit plus, now it gives me the mounting points. And so we can see where we can mount it. You can see in the yellow area there on the back. And there's also one in the very back. So those are places that you mount the drill. Then if I hit Control plus again, now you see the ports where items can be passed through this block. Then if I hit it one more time, it's gone. All right, so let's get rid of this drill. And this one, we can hold it all in our inventory. Oh, another thing it gives you, see now my box when I go to drill is yellow. If I go to this one here, the box is red. That means if I grind that out, there are supported pieces that are going to just fall to the ground. This means I can grind this off without worrying about pieces falling off. It doesn't support anything, in other words. You take this off, and I'm actually going to build a 3-block wide conveyor piece there. And the one I'm going to use is, let's see here. Let's go to our, there we go, conveyor pieces. And if I scroll up a couple, there we get our converter. And I can put this, put this right like that. And I think that will be fine. I don't think that'll cause a problem. And that'll just give us another connection point, another place to put things. And we're also gonna put another block here. And maybe I will do this. Like that. And same thing here. Again, we'll worry about a more color and fashion later on. Get that welded up now. Green means it's not welded up yet, and white means it's done. So Build Vision has a lot of really cool advantages. Get what we need here. Middle click. Shift middle click to load it in our production. There we go. Alright, let's see if we have what we need for the drill, which is on 2. Flip that around. That's not going to line up there properly. don't know if I want to move it that way or I want to make these conveyors. You know, I didn't really think about that. Let's do that. I think. Nope. Yeah, so I will have to move those forward a little bit. Ah, come on. There we go. All right, so let's put also a block here. Just do this. And now we'll put that drill on there. There and right there. So that the port lines up there. And so the build vision can come in handy there. So we have plus. And we'll have to see. Yeah, see the ports there? That's on the one that I'm holding. There, now it's showing the ports on the one that I'm welding. And I can see that it's lined up properly. Yeah, see that? So kind of a nice little feature. Build vision and build info together on a server on a game help quite a bit. Get that out. So we have it on most of our servers that we put up. Okay, let's check that overlay now. Control plus, and that's about right. Could probably even go further apart, but that's better. We could go one more wide, but that's good right there. So with that in place, in fact, I'm thinking about that. Let's do that. I've never done that. Let's go a little further here. Maximize what this can do. So if we put, thinking on our toes here, I'm going to try to decide between a cargo container. I'm going to put cargo. Oops. Well, if I have the right supplies, I am. Didn't get enough of anything. There, we got at least enough to put that in. So we're going to put this cargo container here. We're going to rotate it that way. So drills are already a bit heavy, so I'm taking a little bit of a risk here. And I came out that far with this. Let's go one more. Like that. Oops, like that. Let's try this. Now let's put these drills on there. Be interesting. I've never done it this way. Because it's a little more width. And now if we look, they're still going to overlap there in the center. See that? They're still going to overlap. But they will, I'll get maximum width, maximum effectiveness, I'll put it that way, with that greater distance. Make a wider hole. I don't need the build info right now. Get that off. Like just the cargo containers are left. And one drill. Hopefully I get enough from here. So it has the potential of getting a little heavy on the front. We'll have to watch that carefully when we test out our drill ship. Let's see, something seems to be missing. Use this. Kind of use that little tiny seam, and I should just give up and do this. Production. Yeah, we need cobalt, so we can go get some more cobalt. Get those. Oh, it's done. Good. There you go. We're all welded up. So they're feeding in through the sides here and into the conveyor tube and in through the system and out the back. So we'll keep it as low profile as we can. All right, so what we'll need next is battery power and then some atmospheric thrusters. So let's put those on our build queue. G, and then batteries, we'll take it down to the plus sign here, we'll add it to our build queue, we'll get 2 of those. And then for thrusters, the atmospheric, we're just going to grab the big one and make sure it gives us enough supplies. What we want to do, there's going to be a lot of thrusters, so we'll just queue up the rest of my 8 slots. You can see it'll take up to 8. So now when I go over here and use middle click, it should give me from that list what I need. All right, let's see here. Batteries, I think I had, yep, number 8. And we're going to place it right here. I think that's right. And then thrusters, we're going to use, let's see if I have them on my hotbar. I don't think I do. So G, thruster, drag that down to here. We're not going to use that great big one, a little too big. We're not going to take a little missile looking one because it takes up too much space, or at least the underside. So we're going to use these new, well, they're new to me, flat ones. And if you notice, it's got that, if you notice to the left there, the green box extends to the left. That's the side that the thrust comes out on, so that tells you how to place these. And I think we're going to go right, let's see, there we go, rotate it that way with a square one. And then for the back, for aesthetic reasons, we're going to use a curved one. But I think, oops, yeah, we're going to have challenges. It won't go in there, I think because of this block. We don't need that block here anymore, so I'm going to take that out and then see if we can get that in there. Nope. So I have a feeling now it's because of the connector. Well, that's going to be a problem. We'll put that in later, but I think I can also fit one in on this side. So I'll put this here for now. Should be enough to at least have it hover in place. And we'll put that last thruster in. Then, right here, I think it's right about there. We want it. We're going to put that block for support, this block for support, and we're going to put in, now we're going to use these little rocket-shaped ones here. Oh, nope, got that in the wrong way. We want to reverse that. There we go. This is our backward thrusters, and we're going to want one more, I believe right about here, so we're going to want that. And I'll double check my measurements of everything and make sure nothing's going to be causing problems with anything else. Like, for instance, we don't want the thrusters to destroy any other part of the drill ship. Then we got power. And because we have both, in this configuration, we have both up thrust and reverse thrust, we can maybe cause this ship to hover a little bit so that we can put that other up thrust in. I don't want to use my jetpack. Oh, there, I can get it. How did I do? There we go. Trying to get that thruster that's up on top. There we go. And then
Energy low.
Low energy. Okay, so let's go take care of our energy while the assembler is assembling some things for us. Notice my heads-up display is getting a little busy, so I'm going to remove some of these from the HUD for now. We can reactivate those if and when we need them later. Let's see what I can get out of here. A lot of metal grids. I'll bet you we're out of cobalt, but we are. Yeah, metal grids is what all these are going to need. So we'll need to go and find some cobalt. I can't remember if we found a supply of that yet. We'll check in my save GPS coordinates. Yep, so let's take a look. Nope, I didn't have any cobalt. So, boy, what am I going to do here? These don't have metal grids in them, but I know that behind this seat, I've got enough for 4 metal grids. This takes 3. Yeah, so that's not going to be hardly enough. I've got to go find some cobalt. So let me see how to best do this. I think our ore detector is turned up to its max. Yep, 50 meter, that's the small one. I don't have a large grid ore detector on here. Do I? Nope. Hey, let's install one of those. That should help us. If there's anything in the area we should be able to find it. Add that to my toolbar. Let's see if I can snap that into place here. So let me get, for now, get the thrusters off my toolbar. See if I can need construction components. Is it making them? If it's making metal grids, we will change the production order. That's going past them. Let's take care of take those off for the moment. We'll need those later. Metal grids, we'll just take those off for now. Motors will take off. Large tubes. We need more of this structural stuff. So let's see if I got. Now for that stuff, we just need iron and such. Let's see what we're actually missing. For those, we need just flat iron. Well, we know where to get iron. So I'm going to go turn on my GPS for the iron. There's a couple of them. They're roughly in the same place. Let's make sure that I've got my bottle of hydrogen filled. Well, why won't it, here? That's what I want. Okay. And off we go. Got my hand drill in case I stumble across something I didn't notice before. I think the above ground deposit is right here. Get rid of some stone here. Well, what'll happen is I'll end up with a piece of voxel, piece of the ore that is just sitting up there. So the nodes sometimes do get in the way. Get rid of some more stone. Try to get as much iron as we can. We got some stone we can get rid of. Just a little bit. Let's see if I can get exactly the iron. That should take care of us for a little bit. Iron is something that's needed a lot in this game, so we're always going to want to keep a good supply of that.
Like, subscriber, get off my lawn.
We need enough of it. If it looks like it's really becoming a problem, we'll set up a good drill rig for that. For the most part, I'm going to want to stay mobile. Okay, this deposit in there, and then it'll start crunching through stuff there. And I'm going to move this so that we can get those construction components and detector components. Let's see where those are. Aha, the end of the list. I'm going to nudge those up. Keeps completing things so quick it refreshes the list. There we go. Now we just need the detector components, and then we've got this up, and that should help. I'm hoping that there's some cobalt nearby that we're just not seeing with our hand drill because its range is so low. I can get 4 metal grids from the pod there. I think it still has the hydrogen thruster in it, but that's only 4, and each one of those thrusters looks like it takes more than that. Now with my build vision, I can go ahead and turn it off on the terminal. We don't need it. Range, it's already at its maximum. That's good. And broadcast using antennas. I think we have an antenna, so that's good. And then I think, don't I have an antenna? I don't have an antenna yet. Look at that. Well, let's get an antenna. Let me double check here. I don't see one. Oh, there we got it. Oh, that's on the little pod. Because it's orange, I can tell it's on what they call a subgrid. It's connected via a connector, so I can see it and control it. But it's on a subgrid, so it's not actually the station. Let's also build an antenna. I can't do that yet. Let's find out why not. because I need to build a beacon. Okay, well, let's build a beacon. And if you're on a server, you definitely want to build a beacon. Now I'm going to tuck it in right behind there because that assembler is connected to the survival kit. I can take these 2 blocks out. Problem is it orphans this ore detector, and I've noticed that can cause problems sometimes. So you notice everything else is connected and lined up. I'm going to take this ore detector down. We'll replace it. And actually, let's just tuck the ore detector in here. We'll tuck it in right there, and we'll tuck the beacon in right here. The reason I want an antenna is I want to broadcast the location of the ore that the ore detector finds. So then as I travel around this area, I can see where everything is without having to come back to the station. Now I'm going to get rid of the production queue. That's what I wanted. Production queue. I'm just going to get rid of it for now. Most of this is for the thrusters. And we'll queue those up once we get enough cobalt. For now, I want an antenna, which I should have access to now, right? No, I didn't build up the beacon. And I have it my build planner, shift, middle click. Yeah, let's get this up. I'm an old guy. Get distracted, lose track of what I was doing. Yeah, should be able to get everything. Let's move these up. That seems to be the main thing it's waiting for. We're at kind of a choke point till we get better mining going on here and being able to go and find cobalt, get some cobalt. We're at kind of a choke point. It's a little sluggish right in this area. This is what some people might call a grind, but for old guys, it's just a chance to go get a cup of coffee, take a nap. All right, there we go. We've got the radiocom components. At least later on, we'll put modules on both the refinery and the assembler to speed them up. Actually, the refinery, we will increase the yield of ingots, and in the assembler, we will speed up the construction of components. Now we can get to the antenna. There it is. We'll just take the simple one, button 3. And I don't think, let's see, nothing's on my build planner. See if it'll give us at least the starting components. Now it'll put it off that way. Will it let me? Let me put it? Nope, it's not going to let me put it the other way. So let's just stick it out here like that. I'm okay with that. Gonna need radiocom components too, small tubes. All right, it's probably hung up on iron again. You watch. Nope, it just doesn't know what to make. So shift middle click. While it's doing that, let's see if we can actually control. Let's see, yeah, we already looked at the ore detector. 150 meters, don't show on terminal. We don't need that. Broadcast using antenna. So then we look at our antenna. We can set up, let's not show it on terminal. And we'll just call this the base. We're going to make the broadcast radius 50 kilometers. So the ore that we're going to detect is going to be within, what did it say, 150? Whoops. 50 meters. And most surfers will upgrade that quite a bit. We can put a mod on to upgrade that, but we'll leave it at 50. No, I looked at the wrong one. Didn't I? It'd be more. Oh, yeah, because that's... Didn't I put an ore detector in there? That's an ore detector. Why isn't it showing up in the... Oh. Did that to myself again. Detector 2. 150 meters. That's what I thought. 150 meters. And the antenna will broadcast that several kilometers. Okay, now let's see what we got. Silicon, nickel, magnesium, all the stuff we kind of knew about. So no luck on the cobalt, but on our little miner we definitely will put an ore detector. So what do we do now? Well, let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and it's not going to help to dismantle that thruster that's in there. I'm kind of at a buggered spot. One thing we could do is add another mod that's called a sifter. And we could go ahead and spot cobalt using that. But what I'm going to do instead, take these off. I am going to, can't really make that into a rig. I'm going to go out here till my base being at 29 meters. I'm going to go out a kilometer from here with my ore detector in hand. We're just going to see if we can't scope out some cobalt. 600 kilometers. What do we got there? Ice, of course, ice. Lots and lots of ice. Magnesium, silicon. We are about a kilometer out, so I'm going to start heading this way. Try to stay outside of a kilometer, or right about a kilometer, from the respawn pod and the base. See if we can't find some cobalt. Cobalt is hard to find, but usually I've found some somewhere by this time. I'm watching very carefully my hydrogen tanks. If you look at the hydrogen left, that's in my suit. And when the tank that's above that disappears, that means I am strictly on suit power. When that happens, I'm going to be heading directly back to the base. We're out a little too far. Ah, gold. Look at that. And silver's probably there too. Saw it blink on for silver. Alright, so let's mark this. That's a good find. So, and silicon again. But I'm more interested in the gold because I think we already have silicon marked a couple times. We have no gold marked. So AU is the symbol for gold. There we go. Take that off the HUD for now. All right, so I scanned that whole area about a kilometer out, all the way around to there, and nothing. So we're going to refresh this bottle. Where is it here? Empty. There it was at the bottom. Right there. Now we're 100%. Oops. So I want to pull that back out. So now I got 100% in my hydrogen bottle again. And let's go up here and refresh my hydrogen in my suit and recharge, and I'm going to go back out there again. Doggone it. One way or the other, we're going to find ourselves some cobalt. I really wish I could take the drill ship out and look for it, but that's just not going to work. So there we are, 1 kilometer out, and there may be some closer. Maybe I should go the 500. Let's do that. 500 meter. Really, I think I should have already spotted things within 500 meter, but we'll try that first. Make sure we're not missing something from right here close by. But I got so many markers here for ore. It's going to be a little bit confusing being this close. Silicon, nickel. I don't know if I've ever had, I'm sure I have had this much trouble finding cobalt before, but it just feels a little extreme this time. It is tough to find on Earth-like, but usually there's a way to get it. Now, it may be that we add a mod to this game to help out. You know, I may do that. Let's check. Let's finish this circuit here. No, we're gonna add a mod, I think, and this will help as we're searching for cobalt. It will help. Let's go up here.
And let me show you what we're going to do. Now, the story is that somebody came up with a new technology that makes it possible to sift out of stone trace elements of, or trace amounts of all the different ores that we'll need. So let's go ahead and make that technology available. So let me go ahead and exit to main menu. Load the screen. So we're going to select going it alone, edit settings, mods, and what we're looking for is the gravel sifter. I think if we do production, yeah, gravel sifter right there. So this filtered my list to those things, those mods that relate to production. We're going to select the gravel sifter and we're going to move that right over here. Doesn't have to be in any particular order. Some of them do, and more so in the past. But for now, I don't think any of these need to be in any particular order. We'll click OK. Okay, so didn't realize that I was talking to myself there. We installed the gravel sifter. We found that to put one up, we needed an assembler. To do the assembler, we need, you got it, metal grids, which require cobalt. So we're kind of back to square one. So you saw me take off and decided to go out 1.5 kilometers. And so here we are, 1.5 kilometers out, circling around with nothing more than our hand drill. This really has become a catch-22. We've really got ourselves choked up here by the lack of cobalt. A lot of times you will find the cobalt out, by now, at least, when I was out looking for those unknown signals. Maybe I should go do that again, is go out and look for those, get those. Got one out that's 4.5 kilometers away, but I'm going to leave it for now. Let's see, silver, mark this. I don't have it on there already. Don't think I do. Well, because that's my first silver. Alright, so we got that one marked. We will need silver at some point. Cobalt! Ha ha ha! Praise be. Alright, so let me mark it on my GPS. Hey! I thought I'd never find it. GPS, new at this position. Cobalt, should do it in all caps. I think I already have that hex value, but we'll grab it again. And I'm going to leave that on my HUD for a while because we're going to drill down and find this stuff. Get on my knees, and we're just going to tunnel straight down. Aha! We struck cobalt. Alright. Get as much of this as we can. We'll still build a gravel sifter. That will help us with a lot of different elements. Okay, now we're also going to drill straight up. Now I can't tell if this is straight up. I can tell if I'm standing. As soon as I think that's it right there. As soon as I get my thrusters on, I can't tell which way I'm oriented. When we try to find a shorter distance out, it took us a while to tunnel in. It seems like this is taking a while. Hope I'm going the right way. Ha! I might be going sideways, who knows. I'll go a little further. Okay, let's look down here. Go out the way we came. Find out what's going on here. In fact, what I'll do, I think, is I'll put the marker down here. So let's go to our GPS again. Delete this one. New from current. CO. Change the color. And, oops. Change this color. And there, we'll be able to see it better from the top. And I think this is where we came in from. Yep. Boy, look at that. Yeah, we came at a funny angle. Well, next time when we come back, I will get directly over this spot in here somewhere, and we'll drill straight down. In the meantime, let's get our system working on Cobalt. I think the basic refinery will do Cobalt. There we go. Let's look at the refinery. Yep, there goes. So it is going to take a very long time. Cobalt is very slow refining. So while it's working on that, we'll come this way. Back out here, almost a mile and a half, and mine some more cobalt. All right, this time I want to get a hole straight down. I can go a little further here, I guess. Now this says, let me see where this is. Is that more cobalt or just, see if I can get to it quicker from here. Try right in here. See if I can get to it a little quicker. More straight shot. No, it's let's get up here. Here we go. Alright, let's do it right here. We get down to the same deposit, but hopefully make a more straight shot. What you saw me do there, by the way, is moving up and down, left and right, till I got the shortest distance from the cobalt that I could figure from there. There may be two deposits, I don't know, or this is a wide deposit. They tend to be, as Splitsy puts it, kind of pancake shaped. Yeah, we're still not going to have a straight shot down, which is what I was hoping for. So I'm using right click to tunnel, if you weren't able to tell. So I'm not actually picking up stone right now. I'm just trying to make a good path to the cobalt. I've upgraded my welder and grinder, but I have yet to find an upgraded drill. Probably could make one, maybe. Oh, there we go. Might notice too, I wasn't throwing out the stone like I normally would, like with the iron. That is because we did put the gravel sifter in. So what will happen is, as the refinery refines the stone, which gives it the common elements, then it will also produce gravel. The sifter will take the gravel and refine that, or do whatever it does with it, sift it, to get trace elements of all ores, all elements, I guess. Trace amounts of all elements. Okay. Away we go. Alright, let's put this in, and then let's see what we're doing for production. Okay, so we're not doing anything right at the moment. So I'm going to... well, wait a minute. Maybe it's because it already produced them, huh? Find out. Metal? Nope. So let's go here and get the components we need for these thrusters, which includes metal grids. And we're going to try to pull stuff out. Won't be able to get anything, and then it just shift middle clicked to queue it up. While it's working on that, I'm just going to go get some more cobalt. We'll need quite a bit, and it takes a long time, like I said, a long time to refine. Now our hole, if I remember right, is going to be, we moved it, I think this is it. Yeah.
Energy low.
Uh-oh, my suit energy's low. That means I may not be able to drill for very long. We'll do it for as long as we can here. Now, I don't think I'll need suit energy to fly, but I do need it for drilling. So we may not be able to finish getting a full load before I have to head back. We'll see. I don't know, maybe we will. So far, it looks like we're doing okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Make sure we got all the pieces. There's two more. Okay, let's get ourselves up and out of here. Okay, dump that in here. Let's get our welder out and get ready. And we'll middle click and see. Well, we've got some. Let's get these bottom ones in first. These bottom thrusters. So that I can at least levitate. At least hold myself up off the ground. And we'll put these reverse thrusters in so that I can back up to the connector once I get things set. Okay. Well, let's see what it's producing. Is it producing any? Needs 4. Need iron. Let's go get some iron. Let's put the GPS on. Oh, and I need to get my energy back up.
Energy critical.
Yeah. Like I said. You know, with a beacon and an antenna, I'm not sure why I still have this on. So I'm going to turn that off, the beacon off. Make sure that this, 50 kilometers. Yeah, we're good there. Okay. Let's go get some iron. The next thing we will likely need is silicon. See, I'm going to stand on top here a little bit and crouch. Well, it's not going to let me, is it? There we go. Well, not going to get it very well that way. I'm going to make sure I don't lose any down the hill here. Nope. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to get that up there. What I don't want to do is make a hole in the side, because that's how I am keeping this in here, so it doesn't run away from me. Take this. And yes, I didn't clear out my inventory of stone, so there's about half of that that's stone. That's okay. Okay, should make what we need pretty quickly. Just need 4 of those. Oh, you know what? One thing that might be going on, it's still trying to do this cobalt, so it's not doing the stone, and it's certainly not doing the iron. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to click this box, show all inventory. Then I'm going to select the refinery over here. Then on this side, I'm going to look for the iron. There it is right here. So what I'm going to do is take the stone. Let's see, I need another container here. Boy, there's not much room left here. Let's put the nickel up here and the silicon, and then let's try to put the cobalt here and put the iron in. Thought I got more iron than that, but it's all right. And then stone next, and then cobalt. So pull this out. Do we have any other stone? Nope. Okay, let's see if that helps at all with the production. It did. All right. Whoops. Middle click. There we go. And let's see if we can finish up these thrusters right here. Now close. Construction components. I think here. Yeah, it said I was done picking stuff up, and I, of course, was not. Now we are. Should be anyway. Yep, there we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. And we see our batteries are a little over 50%. Oh, nope, 2 more. Wasn't paying attention. That could have been disastrous. Making the motors. There we go. Okay, so those thrusters are done. Now I needed to have this hover, but I could put this other thruster in. Now when I do that, I'm going to be a bit at risk, I think. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off till I get a couple more thrusters on there before we try disconnecting and hovering. I say that because it's only going to be backwards and up that I'm going to have thrust. And so it's going to move me this way. It's going to stay hovered, but move me that way. And if somehow that gets jiggered, the ship is going to get cattywampus and I won't be able to get connected again. So let's hold up there for just a minute before we try to add that other thruster on the bottom. Now, following Splitsy's guide, we're going to put a couple more thrusters on both the left and the right. That size. Rotate them, we'll put it here. Well, once we get some steel plates. I don't think anything's in my build planner, so I should be able to get steel plates that way. We will start over here first. So we're going to set one there. Whoop. Now I got to look facing the wrong way. We're going to, let's do this again, or turn it around. There, and there, here, and here. And we have some forward thrust that's going to be attached. If I had the steel plates for it. Thought I had them. There we go. Well, don't I have steel plates? I do. Why can't I? What am I doing wrong here? I've got something not right here. Ah, I know what's missing. Because we don't have this back thruster that's on the back, we don't have anywhere to mount these. So I'm going to put this here and here, and we'll move those later. All right, let's do this again. That was just bizarre. Okay, there and right there. So now we have forward, left, and right thrust. Once we weld these up, I don't need to weld that up. Right, I'm going to try to pull out what I can, and then do a shift middle click. And then we're going to go get more cobalt, I think is what we're going to need. We're also going to need iron and nickel. Look at that. And so let me get on my GPS. Cobalt, nickel, so many things we're going to need, and iron. Okay. So let me get my bottle. It looks like I got it pretty well full, but let's just make sure. We got 2 tanks, and I'm going to dump back in here what I have in my inventory. Make sure my energy is up, and let's go off first for some cobalt, I think. Let me check and see what the refinery's doing with cobalt first. Oh, we got plenty of cobalt. We'll put this iron up front. Doesn't give us much. Let's go get the iron first and then the nickel. Yep, one's trying to get away. Ah, that goes down into the ground a bit. That'll be nice. And then nickel, which is right over here. Real close. We must not have picked up any nickel yet, or else I came in from the side. Probably came into it from the side. We'll just come from up here. The nickel is a little deceptive because you can see it does not that much different from an area like that, but this is the nickel. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I think I still have things on my build planner. Yep. Well, I keep welding those and I don't care if I do. Let's see what's on our production queue. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff queued up for iron. Let's see what the refinery's doing. Cobalt again. So over here, let's look for iron. And we can push the iron in there ahead of the cobalt. There we go. Pull this out maybe. Fill it up with iron, and we'll fill it up with stone and nickel. All right. Well, let's see. Maybe it's already working on stuff. During one of our breaks in recording, one of the interns informed me that my renditions of the 80s pop music did not get included in this. I'm a bit disappointed, but we'll move forward. That wasn't the worst of it. Apparently, the staff forgot to turn my helmet mic back on during this part of the recording, so I'm going to put a narration in. So right here, I'm finishing getting the thrusters up. A lot of back and forth in getting the parts that I need, getting things welded up. This was made a little bit more laborious than usual because we're, of course, early on. Our production isn't quite up to pace with our manufacturing, if you will, with our fabrication would be the proper term. So it is a little bit cumbersome, and you'll have this same type of situation when you're getting started in Space Engineers. This will change significantly once we get up to speed, get much better production systems in place, and then also some automation coming up. There are some mods and scripts we'll be adding as well. We'll put in some program blocks on some grids, on some mining ships and such, and some other blocks that support that, and they will do a lot of the mining all on their own. With thrusters in place, the ship will certainly be able to move back and forth, left and right, up and down, but it will not be able to turn or orient in a different direction on its own, and so we will be adding gyroscopes. Normally you'd want the gyroscopes in a significant build, especially if your grid is of a certain size. You'd want the gyroscopes oriented just right, set all aligned pretty much the same direction. It's not critical, but I've noticed that it does make a bit of a difference in how well the grid does fly. In this case, we don't necessarily have to worry too much about it, so we're going to mount these on the side, but you'll notice that I am putting what would be the front of the gyroscope to my left, to the front of the ship. If you look at the picture of the gyroscope in the right side there, you'll see the one eyeball is almost near the top. That's the face side of the gyroscope. On the large grid version of it, there's an actual control panel on that side, so it's much easier to tell. So we'll get these in place on this mining ship so we can orient it. As I was going back and forth for parts, I wasn't recognizing that what it was not producing for me was the large steel tubes. So we moved those up to the front and got that done more quickly. Early on, manipulating the queue is helpful, so keep an eye on that.